Everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So we're on to another palette. This is the look we're going to create today. I don't know what you see, but it's not necessarily what I thought it was going to turn out. It's not bad. It's not good, but I wanted to try something different, so that's where we're at with this look. And I feel like I could have did something a lot better, but this is where we're at today. So, and the reason we're where we're at today is because I use this little dude here. I was going through my makeup and I have this little guy. Talk about teeny tiny. Anyway, I have no idea what this came out of, okay? All I can tell you is that it is Lancome, and it is, the back says Blush Subtle Palette, and then it says 126 Nectar Love, and then it says Contour Blush Highlighter. So again, in Nectar Love, I could see that because it's like a peachy, it's definitely a contour color. And I actually like that for contour, this color in this. The highlighter is more peachy, and the blush kind of reminds me of Orgasm by NARS, to be fair and honest. It really does. Not exact, but close. But I do like the pairing of all of them. Now, as far as the bronzer, I went to my Marc Jacobs for that. But that's kind of where this look was inspired from. So, of course, we're doing like October vibes because it's October, but you know, things that would remind you of October, whether it be maybe like a candy corn or a pumpkin or a latte or you know, hocus pocus, stuff like that. That's where we're going with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween, but just even like fall vibes really, but you know, October, orange, greens, stuff like that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I also want to play with greens because I'm not very comfortable with greens. And I found a way to be comfortable with greens or blues, so I wanted to do the same for greens. And the other color I was thinking of was orange. I don't know if I do a lot of orange looks either. I really started thinking, y'all, as far as color, it's like pink and purple. That's what I gravitate to. I don't know why. And more pink than any other color. But today I thought we're going to go with orange. Because the palette I have has got a decent amount of orange. And we're going to go ahead and start. I'll swatch the colors at the end. And I could pair what I've noticed, okay, with pairing these colors. Because I'm just a makeup lover, okay? Nothing more. But what I've noticed is that I hear people talking about this color theory and color wheel and all of that. And in theory, like, that's great. That's wonderful, you know. But I don't see what they see in that, right? But what I do wonder is why is the color brown go with every color? Like, it don't matter what you pair brown with. Pink and brown, purple, brown. Well, I don't know about purple and brown. Orange and brown, brown and red. I get that maybe it could get muddy depending on the you know, shade and the undertones and all that, but for the most part it seems like brown is the color that pairs well with all colors. And the thing is I used to think that it was because like it's a neutral color and like it's kind of like a skin tone. It can be a skin tone color and stuff. That's how I thought it worked, but I don't think that's the case at the end of the day, because I think that's just like something I've made up in my head. I think brown just works because it's a neutral color. But I've realized that like pairing the brown with the blue, it really worked. And it made me feel really good to wear blue. Pairing the brown with the green, I don't know about that one. But I was doing orange today, or peachy, or nectar colors, pumpkin color, that sort of thing. And like this shade here is more, I would say, more peachy than orange. But I was like starting this and then even going in with a dark brown would look nice. And yet it gave me a little bit of color, the orange, the peachy color did. I don't know why I don't ever play with these colors. And by the way, when I use these palettes, I am using colors that I've never used before. Because I also want to test the palettes again to see how I truly feel about them. Because in the heat of the moment, you get kind of excited about a new launch. And you're like, I really like the palette, right? And you do. You're not lying, you do. But after using it over and over and over, you may not feel the same. And I will say that I do like these palettes in general, all of them. But I do think that by now, for sure, we're in 2023. Some of these palettes are old, real old, that I'll be using. And I mean, the formulas have improved so much. We're going to go into a more darker orange, almost like an orange brown now to darken up. But I just don't think these palettes necessarily stand the test of time as far as like comparing to other brands. I think comparing to their own brand, these palettes are good, you know what I mean? But comparing to newer brands or newer palettes that have launched that are kind of the same color theory and stuff, they're not offering as much as I thought, And I'm not saying these palettes, like I said, this particular palette's got me thinking that. I can remember when this particular palette came out and I was excited. And I liked it. I think I probably liked it more when it first came out than I do now. But at the same time, 4 years has passed probably. If I'm calculating correctly, 4 years has passed since this palette's launched. And my preference has changed. The formulas that have existed now compared to then have changed. But overall, I still think that, these are good palettes. I just don't think they're the best, basically. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. It don't have to be the best. And my thing is when I do it, I'm also looking at price point, comparing it, and letting you know, like, maybe it is best to hold off and save an extra $10 maybe and get a better quality palette. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't get the cutesy packaging like some have, or the artwork packaging that some have, but maybe the quality in it is more important than the cutesy packaging. We're going to take that same shade I just put in the outer corner and run it along the lower lash line. I will say that when I was doing this look, I didn't think it'd turn out like it did. And I really had no idea of where this look was going to go. I'm not going to lie. I was just, trying to pick colors that I haven't used before, get a feel, and then hope that it matches at the end of the day, and have fun doing it, obviously. And I did have fun creating this look, I won't lie. It's definitely a little different than what I usually do, but it's not also like completely out of my comfort zone. from what I'm used to either. And then I used a ColourPop eyeliner. The one from the Hocus Pocus, the purple one, Trick or Treat, for the waterline. And again, I'm giving benefit of the doubt here because I think that liner's pretty old. It didn't apply like it used to. It's wearing off very easily. But again, it's, I think, 2 years old. I think that's where we're at with that now. It is so funny because it's like, I can't believe it's been that many years, you know? You know what? That one maybe 3 years. That may have launched with the very first palette, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe not. It could have released with the second set. But I find it crazy sometimes looking back at stuff and being like, 2, 3 years have already passed? Really? It seems like just yesterday, you know, that palette came out. And in some ways, it seems like time's flying by quicker, but then in others, it's like it's flying by so slow. It's crazy, really, how time works. But I will say, I think that ColourPop's first collection, I know a lot of people liked, I think, the second one. Maybe, I don't think many cared for the third one. But the first time they released Hocus Pocus, that was my favorite. Then the second would be my second favorite, and then the third's my third favorite. I think after playing with them and... But, I don't know. I do like the orange though. I don't know if I like it on me with my skin tone and undertone, but I like the color in general, where we're going with the look. And it very well could be my undertone is why I'm not a big fan of a lot of stuff, to be honest. I just feel like it has to be paired in the right sequence for it all to work. We're going to put this purpley shade now on my lid. And I really wasn't sure if purple and orange would go good together. I've heard that it does, but I've also heard purple and green go good together. And I don't know how that would play out, to be honest. But I went with purple and orange today, because this shirt has a little bit of both of those colors in it. Not much, but a little bit of them. And I thought that maybe that would be the right route to go, since I have to match my shirt to my eyes. I don't know, you all. It's craziness, really. And like, look at that. Like, I'm patting it on. Granted, I'm not spraying. I don't have a glitter glue or anything like that. But it's not really that metallic. It is laying nicely on my lid. I'll give that to it. But it's not the most metallic, and I feel like that there's much better in my collection. But at the same time, I feel like this is very wearable. It's very subdued in a way. I'm going to put a white on the inner corner of my lid, or the my inner corner. I'm going to use a white to brighten it up. I will say that this is because I have my palettes like kind of stacked up for this month to use so that I know exactly what I'm doing and all that good stuff, you know. And some of these palettes I haven't used in quite a while. Probably since last year at this time. And I'm kind of excited for them because it's been a while and my preferences have changed. I don't think my skill level has changed any as far as that goes. I'm not getting ahead of myself here. Okay, we're going to take a purple matte and line the top lash line and bottom lash line. But because my preferences have changed, I'm like, I think I can see these palettes a little differently. You know what I mean? Like some of these I was not the biggest fan of, even when they came out. It's, you know, wasn't, whether it be the color story or maybe even the formula was too hard to work with. Where now I'm like, okay, I see things that I didn't see before. And I get it, the more you play around with stuff, the better you get, or the more you see. But I am kind of excited for a couple of these palettes. Like the ones that I didn't care for. See if I can use them now, you know? Or will I stay true to, like, they're just not it for me, you know? But for somebody else they could be. Ooh. Poke myself in the eyeball. Alright, so have y'all got did y'all order anything from these launches? I'm telling you what, it's like boom, 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 boom with these launches, right? I can't even keep up with them all. But I did get the Pat McGrath. I did get the new ColourPop Sailor Moon. I didn't get the whole collection just at all. I was good. I restrained. I got what I wanted, what I would use most likely, and that's that. So I got a couple of things from the ColourPop. I got a good bit from Pat McGrath. I got a couple of things from the Glam Light order. What was that? The Ghostface order. Got a couple of things from there. And then I got the He Shall Not Be Named stuff. So but only a couple things. Like I really am not getting whole collections anymore because I don't use it all. So basically you can guarantee that most likely I'll always buy the eyeshadow palette. Just because, like, that's something I really do like. But other than that, like blushes and stuff, I have every one of Pat's single blushes. I don't need no more blush. I mean, and that's just hers. I still have, you know, Glam Light, Natasha, and all them. So I'm like, I don't need it. So we're not going to waste it, you know. Alright, so what I did do though, because of that purple on the lid, just isn't as metallic as I wanted it to, I ended up picking it up on my finger and trying to apply it. I forgot I did that on the other side. with my finger to see if I could get any more oomph. And I did get a little bit. I just don't like playing makeup with my finger because I know I'll mess up, you know? I'd much rather have a brush and be more precise. But it does, by applying it, you can see it does make it a little more shiny. And even if I didn't apply it at all and just put my finger, the warmth of my finger will make it shiny a little bit, but I wanted it to be a little more opaque also. But yeah, so that's pretty much it with the palette. I don't think I got any, I'm trying to say, fallout. No, I did not. Okay. I am going to run that liner across my waterline again because I feel like it's already came off. Oops. Okay. Okay, then for the upper lashes, we're going to use my Gucci. Because I kind of wanted a more just a lengthening look for this look with that purple. I do think the color came out nice in a way. I think it came out nice. It's just different for me to see it on me. But I'm wondering, like, what colors do you all pair together? If you're doing a colorful look, like, what do you think are good pairing colors? As in, like, orange, purple, or even blue and purple, I'm wondering about. I don't think so, but, you know, maybe. Right now, I know that a contour shade or, you know, brown and then going with blue, I love that for sure. But, like, what other colors do y'all pair together with colors? Let me know, because I am curious. I want to try it too. I'm not gonna lie, I want to try matching up different colors. And then, did I give 3 clues? I think I did throughout this video on this palette. I will show what colors I use though, because I know things can appear different on my every skin tone. I don't think it took me too long to create this look. Granted, I talk a lot. But I do think that overall this palette is a good palette. You're not going to get that many colorful looks, but you're going to get some. But you're also going to get everyday looks, you know. So this palette's going to give you a little bit of everything for sure. And it will give you the October feels, I think. And then for the bottom lashes, we're going to use the Lancome Death and Seals. I know I'm saying that wrong too, but I do like to say it. Alright, I think both eyes look pretty well even. Never gonna look the same, obviously, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm guessing, you know. But overall, I think it turned out really good. I do like the orange and purple. I do. And I'm wondering if I would have added the orange into burgundy maybe, or an orange, burgundy, purple, or orange. Put a green and then the purple, like a dark hunter green. I'm wondering how that would look. I don't know, I'm just curious on different colors now, because I think that I take a lot of colors for granted, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so let's swatch this out. That was the first shade I used. That was the second shade I used. That was the third shade I used. And then I used that to line. Honestly, these kind of swatch nice. Interesting. Kind of just going over them because really, that's kind of shocking. Oh, I used another shade in of the white. Hold on, let me get it swatched. Let me get these darker shades off, because some of these will stain. Okay, and then inner corner. Ooh, picked up way too much, but you'll definitely see it. Alright, so these are the colors that I used to create this look. I started with that shade and then I darkened up with that shade. That is my lid shade. I lined the upper and lower lash line with this shade, and then I used that for my inner corner there. Not quite the inner corner I'd go for on an everyday basis, but it does kind of go with this look, so it's not bad. And as you can see, like that color there, it really, when it goes on, it's much more brighter. It's like a peachier color. And then that is more like a red orange, to be honest, which it kind of does look like that in the camera. So, and then this, you really do have to use a finger to get any kind of like opaqueness to it, or any kind of shine or anything from it, or wet it, or use a glitter glue or something, because using a brush isn't going to give it to you. But that's kind of how this goes, you know what I mean? But all in all, I had a lot of fun. I'm glad I pulled that palette out. It definitely reminds me of October. I think that it's probably going to be an easy guess. A lot of these palettes are going to be easy guesses to me, thinking about it, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, well, is it though? Because some of them are just, because I'm looking, I'm like, well, some of them is just your idea of what October is. But in a way, yes, but in a way, no. So, but anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. I lost train of thought because I meant to say leave your guesses down in the comments below. If you can guess this palette, if you can, and if you do, I will choose a winner. I'll get a hold of you through Instagram, or I'll ask you to get a hold of me through Instagram. That way I know I'm, got the right person. Because you can't like put your Instagram handle down in there. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, I will see you all on the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.